What is going on, people? It is Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and we're starting our... I was a little bit late there, and Bentley's always on top of the situation, as you can tell. Anyway, this is not live commentary, not for this one anyway. This is Spec Ops Survival, and we're doing it Team Guns versus Team Spider. Team Guns actually is Bentley, the only Bentley, and myself, versus Spider-Bite and Meat Wagon. Yes, we've seen them. I mean, you've probably seen us do some competitions in zombies. If any of you guys follow zombies, you know, we do these zombie competitions. You know, Kino der Toten, where we did it fastest to around 30 or something like that. And I can't remember the other one. I think we still have that record. But anyway, so what we're going to be doing, and it doesn't matter whether we set it or whether, you know, Spider-Bite and Meat Wagon set it. But basically, all the maps, we're setting things like, you know, fastest around 20, or maybe even the next one, maybe you'd like to see fastest around 30. I mean, this thing here, obviously, you can see how long the video is. You know, it's going to be over 10 minutes, between 10 and 15 minutes for around 20. Obviously, progressively longer when you're getting up there past round 20, because, I mean, obviously it gets a hell of a lot harder. There's way more enemy soldiers. So, you know, to get to 30 is going to take a much longer time. I mean, it's not going to just be another 5 minutes or something. It's probably going to be 10, 15 minutes on top of that just to get to the next, you know, 10 levels or whatever. So it's up to you how you want to see it. Would you rather see sort of the shorter ones? Like round 20, we can do it. There's a lot of boards, remember, and we're trying to beast through these things as fast as possible. Now, this one here, just to keep in mind, as I said before, Bentley and I don't want to set the bar too high in the beginning. I mean, we put some effort into this. This one wasn't like our very first time playing it. We're going through, we're getting used to the weapons. We're not even ranked up yet. So really, I mean, do we have a set strategy that we have on every map? No. But we wanted to set it tight enough that you really had to hustle your ass off in order to get and beat the time. So you're going to see at the end there. And believe me, I encourage all of you guys. I mean, I want to see what your times are. Go out and try it. See what you can do from round 1 to 20 as fast as possible. The timer on here is set, obviously, from the second that you see when it starts spelling survive in the beginning. That's as soon as you see, you know, and I'm doing it frame by frame. Remember, I can set the timer based on, like, you know, 30 frames in a second. So the second that I actually see it start, that's when I start the actual counter that you're looking on the screen. Now, once it hits round 20, again, as soon as I see that 20 on my screen, and I can freeze it on a certain frame and end it right there, that's when it stops. So the second that round 20 comes on the screen, that's when it ends. And that's what it'll be for every other map. I'm kind of excited for it because it's fun, it forces you, and it's not, I would say it's not as, I shouldn't say boring, because I mean, sometimes it's fun to see how far you can get. And believe me, if you're gonna play to like super high rounds, like you want to actually get on the leaderboard for high rounds, which we may do as well, because let's face it, that's kind of fun as well. But if you want to do that, you gotta play a little more careful. You can do this in the beginning, probably to the first 20 rounds, but you really gotta position yourself intelligently with the airstrikes, with the you know, equipment and everything like that, like the claymores. You gotta play smart in order to get to the further levels. Whereas here it's just like, you know, balls out, go to round 20, blast everything you can see. You know, Bentley's actually beast on this. He just goes constantly. I mean, I'm always hearing, you know, Predator missile acquired, or whatever the hell it is. Every single time he launches one, he's got one backed up. So this is basically what we're going to be doing. This is resistance, and basically we're just running around like crazed maniacs. And we did go through, and I'll tell you some tips right now. It doesn't really matter, because no matter what I say, believe me, Spider-Bite is not going to listen to what I say is the right way to do this. He's going to have his own opinion. Same thing with Meat, and even with Bentley. I mean, we're constantly talking, hey, what worked with you? We tried LMGs, we tried sniper rifles, we tried to see what would take things out the fastest. And it turns out, for at least for the 20 round sort of challenge, the best way to go is dual SMGs, especially the, I can't remember what it is, the MP7, I think it is. I think that's what it's called. That thing's just an absolute monster of an SMG. So that and the UMP is what I want to use. So anyway, what's going to happen is we're going to blast through here, and we're going to try and do the same thing on every single map. Now, there's going to be, I guess, more or less kind of like a TV guide's schedule that Spider-Bite and I are going to put together, so that when you go to the main channel on NextGenTactics, each day of the week, Monday through Friday, you're going to know exactly when certain videos are going to be there. It's going to make it easier for you. You're going to know when to check. You're going to know, even if you haven't gotten them in your inbox, you know that a particular day, and maybe we can make some sort of little, I don't know, like a picture or something that shows you, hey, Monday is this, Tuesday is this, etc., etc., and then that way you'll know exactly, you know, some days you might not want to watch it. Maybe you don't care about certain videos, and it saves you time rather than you having to see what it is and waste your time. And we don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that to you. So we thought we'd do a schedule. That way it'd be easier for everyone. In terms of survival, these little challenges that we're doing, you know, Team Guns versus Team Spider-Bite, which will be fun. Give us ideas. Put it in the comments. You know, go on Twitter, tweet to me, and let me know what kind of Spec Ops challenge. I mean, remember, I don't want to sit here for like friggin' 3 hours. Nor would you want to sit there and watch a live comm of this for like 3 hours. Or at least I don't imagine. Maybe you do. Maybe that's what you should put down. I'm just assuming it'll be way too long and boring. Because if we take our time, it's not as high action. So what do you want to see? Do you want to see, you know, to round 20 as fast as possible? Do you want to see to round 30? Do you want to see how far we can go? Tell us what it is that you want to see. But go on Twitter, because that's where I'm likely going to see it. Your comments will get drowned on YouTube, and there's only so many places I can follow comments. It's primarily why I have a Twitter account, is because I go there, I know that it's on all the videos, you can easily click on it. Link to my Twitter account, of course, is in the description. You can check that out. And it's just easier because I do follow my mentions. Plus, no matter where I go in the world, because I have my iPhone, when you tweet me, no matter what, as long as there's a signal somewhere, I'm going to be able to actually take a look at it and connect to you guys. It's not, you know, like I do it all the time, but I enjoy it. I mean, this is my job. It's the community I'm part of, and I like connecting. I know people are like, oh, I'll go on vacation, but for me, vacation is relaxing, and I like to chat with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds a little bit cheeseball, but I develop relationships with some of you that are regulars there, that are always responding. You know what I mean? We have conversations. We don't always agree, and that's cool. That's fine. I mean, that's way better. It would be boring if I said, yeah, and this is how I feel, and you're like, yep, totally agree. And then the conversation's done. It's over. You know what I mean? I'd rather you say, I sort of agree with you there, but this is how I feel about it. And when you see me saying, oh no, blah, 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 and I respond back to what you're tweeting, it's called a conversation, people, or a debate. This is what happens. If you don't want to engage in a conversation or a debate, then don't tweet me anything. If you don't want to see me respond to something or an accusation that you've done on a video or anywhere else, then don't put a comment, because I'm the type of person that does respond. Some of you find it aggressive. I find it just me engaging with you. I'm not going to agree. Just like some of you don't agree with me with what I say, I don't agree sometimes with what you say. And so when that happens, I'm going to respond. I'm not doing it to attack you. I realize that these are just my opinions. They're neither right nor wrong. They are simply my opinions. But at the same time, you've got to be man enough or woman enough, depending on what you are, comfortable enough that if you're going to share your opinion, you need to realize that it's going to be challenged. If you get all pissy because you say, oh, well, I feel this way, and every time I say something, you're always fighting me or saying, well, blah, 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 what about this? You know, you're getting butthurt. I ain't getting butthurt. I don't really care. I realize that it's your opinion, but you got to realize that if you put yourself out there, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to read it, and if I disagree with it, my video, my tweets, I'm going to respond. You need to get over that stuff, man. 12, round 12 cleared. This is when it starts getting hairy. I gotta say, I really am enjoying survival. I find it, and this isn't a shot against zombies at all, because I know, you know, Bentley loves zombies, Meat, Spider-Bite, and tons of you like zombies as well. But I gotta say, this is, you know, the first few rounds maybe not that hard, but this, I find this to be way harder than zombies. Zombies, I mean, you can lead them around, you can do the loop, you can find them, you can sort of scoop them up, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all to get over, like, even just your casual gamer, to get over round 30, you know what I mean, in zombies. Whereas this, when you hit round 30, things are going berserko in here. There are crazy things. There are friggin' helicopters, juggernauts, dogs with C4, people with C4, and they are coming at you in swarms. And these guys aren't just like, you know, like if they touch you, they don't need to touch you. They don't even need to go anywhere near you. You know what I mean? They shoot you. They got weapons. I find this to be a considerably harder challenge. And remember, this is just my opinion. Don't get all pissy. Don't get all pissy. But if you don't think this is as hard as zombies, let me know why. Don't say, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not as hard as zombies. I'm like, okay, well, why isn't it as hard as zombies? I'm telling you right now why I think it is. And if you disagree, you know, tell me why. Tell me why you think that, for whatever reason, that zombies is somehow harder than this. And maybe it's more fun. Maybe you don't want it to be. Maybe that's something that... Well, look at that dude, eh? Right up the friggin' wall there. Maybe you don't like the fact that it's that hard. Personally, I like the challenge. I mean, and really, I mean, if we can get to round 20 in less than 15 minutes, then it's not that it's super boring. It's not hard to get to the, you know, a decent level. But as soon as it hits that level, man, is it hard. Like, it just goes absolutely berserko, and I find it to be exhausting. I think I'm gonna get killed by these guys. I gotta move right now. It's just hilarious. Like, as soon as you see those things, you're like, all right, I'm out. And we coordinate this. It's all about coordination. One thing we've learned as well in Spec Ops, and this is the very first time, this is the very first map I played in Spec Ops Survival. So we gave it a shot last night, played a few games. This is our best round. And yeah, so I mean, obviously things are going to get a lot better. I'm not going to be as newbie. I'm only learning how this game plays. I have no strategies whatsoever, no tactics. We're just going balls out attacking. So we're like, okay, well, you know what, LMGs, they're not that great. Like, yeah, you know, they provide with, well, at least the two I have unlocked. I don't have hardly all the weapons unlocked, right? So things are going to change. Things are going to progress. So while we set the bar here, you know, Spider Bite and Meat Wagon, who maybe already have things unlocked that we don't, they're going to be able to go through this like crazy. But as Bentley and I are playing this, we're going to unlock more weapons. We're going to become more comfortable with how the enemy moves. We're going to know when we can go out there, balls out like this, and just go attacking on them. I don't even know why that is not dropping them. Nice, a nice little panic knife there. Oh my god. So hopefully things get a little prettier here. And it's, you know, sometimes it's luck of the draw. Maybe sometimes when you're coming in there, depending on where your teammate is and where you are, if the enemy doesn't spawn in right close to you, those are seconds lost. And in a game like this, when we're challenging Team Spider Bite, and it comes down to the seconds of a game, it's very important that we know how to manipulate the maps. You know, in big maps, do we stay together? Do they spawn closer if we're actually together? These are things that, you know, Bentley and I were talking about, we were experimenting with, trying to stay here so that at least when the enemy spawns in, they're not like completely on the other side of the map. Because you don't want that. This is a timed event, right? We want to go with, oh, this is the weapon here. I can't even remember when I just bought it though. That SMG is beast. I can't wait to go into multiplayer and actually use it. I have yet to use it, so that'll be interesting to use. Lots of things I learned on here. And granted, when you get to that super high level, I think it actually does help you improve in multiplayer. I mean, these guys are constantly shooting. If you can get your ass out of a situation when there's like friggin' 20 to 30 of these guys at level like 25 or close to 30, and they're constantly on you and you can get out of it, that spells very good fortune for you in multiplayer. You know what I mean? If you were in deathmatch or free-for-all, if you can handle yourself here at level 30, you're going to be just fine in multiplayer. So remember, leave comments. We're getting close to the end here. Obviously, we're at 13 minutes. Leave your comments below. Let me know what kind of challenges you'd like either Spider Bite and Meat to set or Bentley and myself. We want to know what you want to do. Right now, we're happy. This is high action, high energy. Do you want live comms rather than commentary? This is a commentary where, you know, it's already been filmed and I'm talking over it, giving you this, giving you that. I mean, I can talk about other things, not just the game, to keep it interesting. If it's live commentary, it's going to be strictly based on Bentley and I communicating. So you're going to hear what we're saying in order to actually win these games. Do you care about that, or do you just want to hear a commentary where I'm yammering on like this? You can give me topics. I can talk about, you know, something that's going on in Modern Warfare 3, something that's going on with NGT, what we're finding in the neighborhood. Hell, I could turn it into a gun shop episode. Oh, this is it. This is it. We're at the end, and where is it? Where is it? Where's the end? Damn it. There we go. Official time is 14 minutes, 25 seconds. So there you go. That is the time to beat. 14 minutes, 25 seconds. Go out there and try it yourself. But more importantly, wait for Spider Bite and Meat Wagon on Resistance to try and beat our time. Fastest to round 20. And remember, use the same sort of timing mechanisms that we did. The second you see the survival start in round 1, and then rate stop as soon as you see, you know, wave 20 appear on the screen. That's it. So 14 minutes, 25 seconds. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be beasting this. We're going to be going faster. And Bentley and myself will be victorious. Mark my words. We will not stop until we are dominating the challenge leaderboard. Peace.